the development of USA Today on the Q and on the iPad, and I thought I'd start with the Q. So what can you and can you not publish? We can publish all the AP content in the paper. We have quite a bit of that. We cannot publish anything from Reuters, nothing from Bloomberg. There we go. No freelance content, no wire contributions. So if there's a story that's made up of a byline from a USA Today writer plus wire contributions, that story has to be stripped out too. And no sports agate. We also don't include any of the market agate. We have rights to that, but on this device, it just didn't make sense because it's not a good user experience. So this process will apply to the whole paper, but let's say we're just looking at one page. First thing we have to do is start to strip out some of this content. So in this case, we've got a story, it's got a photo, it's got the story with it. And then we process that content. So we've got to take the images, the photography, and it goes through our production department. They do a great job. On the Q, the images have to be posterized down to 8 levels of gray, which for some photographs can really destroy them. If you have a lot of gradient tones, those really get dithered and pixelized. But our guys in production have come up with a way to, across the board, really have a pretty consistent level of quality, no matter what the photography. Then I thought I'd talk about the iPad a little bit. This has been a very fast project for us. When Jobs made his announcement, our publisher came out and said, we want to be in the store the day of launch. That gave us about 4 weeks to put an application together. First, we wanted to make the navigation very clear. You had to be able to look at the screen and understand how it works. You can't, if you sit there and you go, okay, do I scroll this? Do I touch this? What do I do? Then we failed. Second was to make sure that the modules that we put in here were very clear to understand. And you'll see what I mean by that in a moment. And then when you turn the tablet to landscape mode, you're introducing a third column of content. So we want to be very clear in how that worked. So let's look at the navigation. To get around all of the sections, one of the things in the UI guidelines is the use of popovers on the iPad. So the way this will work for us is if you tap the USA Today logo, a pop-up window will come out with all the smaller section logos. You tap on one of those, and you'll go to that section front. And the left column. Show you how some of these modules will work. So these are modules that will stay in place the whole time while you're on a front. Let's take a look at scores. So we're going to zoom in here. So here we would have live scores coming in. And you'll see these change out. So each set is up for a few seconds, and then they transition into the next. And so all your current scores feed through there.